All right, so this is number 2 again. So we're gonna try, and with the earlier video, we were working a little bit with the paws up or step up with a flat target. To help him out a little bit, we brought out that flat target like I mentioned. If the bowls or a raised item are a little bit overwhelming or new to your dog, you may want to start off with a flat target, which for this one is just like a chair cushion top that's flat. So again, I'm going to lure him, and when he goes and puts his toes on this item, I'm going to feed him for that. So right here, yes. So he's just putting the very tip of his foot onto the target. If again he finds this to be a little bit weird, I may even feed on top of the target to get him to realize he's not going to fall through the item. So again, to get him up and moving, I can either lure him or toss a snack. We're going to do again a little bit where I try and get him to put his little toes onto the target. You can see that he's a little apprehensive, yes, with some of these new skills. This doesn't mean, again, he's not trying to be a good boy. He's just a little confused or a little bit flustered by it. So right here, yes. So you'll notice that I haven't said step up or paws up, whichever slogan you prefer, because he doesn't quite know what I'm asking. So when we sort of reboot him, I might throw a snack off to the side, get him to do again, this little moment, yes, where he's going to be thinking about stepping over the item. He still thinks he might fall through this situation. He's like, how about your toes? There we go, yes. So I'm going to feed him for some of these places here. Nice, where he's putting those toes on. Again, if he gets a little unsure, I get him up and wiggling with a little find it. I'm going to plop this off to the front here so it's a little easier to see with him. So he's like, how about a sit? Sits are very nice. We're going to feed for anything good. Again, we're going to see if we can lure him onto the mat. Beautiful. I'm going to feed him for that. Yes. So don't forget to mark behavior. I know I'm sort of blabbing throughout it. So I would go, okay, doing is still very tricky. Yes, and we want to mark when he does put those toes onto the mat. Because we want him to think that putting toes onto the mat has really good value. So again, when he's getting comfortable putting toes on, I'm going to do a little find it to get him to move away. And then again, I'm going to do one more time where I might lure him onto the mat. Yes, and feed for that. So now he's targeting it much, much easier. He doesn't find it to be quite as spooky. So he's doing a real nice job of doing a little find it, get him off the mat. And then again, now as he's getting more comfortable, yes. We might even start to implement our cue word, which would be paws up or step up, depending on whichever slogan you prefer. I sometimes do step up because I used to have horses. I do at times, again, folks prefer paws up. It's really whatever floats your boat. So again, we're going to bring him over here, get him to do another little foot on. He's like, what's she up to? She's just coughing in the distance. So with his feet on there, if you don't remember to say the cue word, don't worry. We just want him to find value in putting toes on the target. So now as he's gotten more comfortable targeting this nice flat target, I'm going to go ahead and plop on top of my raised bowls. I'm going to see if Mr. Handsome can connect the dots and try to go on to the target. So I'm going to regain his attention, see if I can get him to do another little paws up or step up on the bowl with the target. So right there, very nice, yes, and we're going to feed for that lovely foot on the target. If he falls off or slides off or goes to move away, no worries, let him go do a little find it, and then we can reboot the behavior. So again, I'm going to bring him from this side so it's easier to see again, move this leash out of the way. So I'm going to again lure the handsome guy, see if we can get beautiful, some feet up onto the bowl. Look at this brilliant boy, yes. So again, you can see that sometimes you do what could be a little bit of shaping for a behavior. So you're feeding for the almost there, and then you're feeding for just the simple little attempts in the direction you were hoping to get to, and then eventually you feed for this full behavior, which is doing the paws up or the step up. The value to a paws up or step up again is to create confidence in your dog, having them feel safe trying new things, but also having them start to build trust around you and your thoughts as well, and that maybe they can take a little leap of faith and give it a shot. Also with the paws up behavior or step up, you would eventually work on pivoting, which would be getting your dog's back end to twirl around as you're practicing on the bowl. But for today, we're just working on getting onto the bowl and having that be fun and not too spooky. So again, we'll try another little moment where we get our feet up onto the bowl. Yes, and we feed for that. Look at this brilliant boy. Nice job. So you can see how this starts to help him create another behavior to do instead. When my puppy gets really excited over something, I ask him to do a step-up behavior, and he will rush to go do that instead of the skill he was thinking he should be doing, which could be getting too excited or jumping or frolicking, and maybe we want him to be a little calmer. So doing a A target of a Paws Up or Step Up is another great option for redirecting your babe onto a healthier option than the behavior they were thinking of doing instead. So Mr. R is doing a splendid job with this behavior, and he can slide on off, find some crumbs, and call it a day for the Paws Up. Good job.